Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India IRDAI has fined Policybazaar rupees 5 crore for multiple Insurance Act violations. The insurance regulator has alleged that violations include biased product rankings and governance lapses. Penalty has been slapped for improper premium remittances and delayed fund transfers. But question is whether this is enough to clean India's insurance sector guilty of mis-selling and misrepresentation of facts to the buyers. Banks mislead the clients and sell insurance-cum-investment products that has a lower returns than simple fixed deposits. Cyber criminals are equally busy in insurance business and have access to your personal information and insurance details. Insurance violations, both legal and ethical, are rampant in the country, and such crackdown by insurance regulator every now and then is good only for the headlines management. You are watching Track to Realty and I am Ravi Sinha. Insurance should be a source of trust and transparency for an average person. But in India, insurance is more of a subject of suspicion. Trust and transparency is the critical missing element of insurance business in the country. And hence, it does not outrage public at large when the news reports of insurance regulatory surfaces in India every now and then. It seems we are immune to such frauds. But an insurance fraud or irregularity is not like any other fraud. It could ruin the lives of many whose only hope in the wake of an emergency often hangs around an insurance policy. In yet another recent case of insurance irregularity, the insurance regulator IRDAI noted that Policybazaar was promoting various insurance products as top or best in a manner that appeared biased and lacked substantiation. There has been no logic or rationale to promote certain insurance products as top or best in the business. The insurance regulator has hence imposed a penalty of rupees 5 crore on Policybazaar Insurance Brokers Private Limited for violating multiple provisions under the Insurance Act 1938 and the IRDAI Insurance Web Aggregators Regulation 2017. The regulator has also issued a direction, advisory and caution to the company. As per the IRDAI's official order dated August 4, 2025, the violations span 11 separate charges ranging from governance lapses to improper product promotion practices. The violations occurred during the period when Policybazaar operated as an insurance web aggregator before it obtained a composite broker license in February 2024. The IRDAI noted that various insurance products were promoted as top or best in a manner that appeared biased and lacked substantiation. During its inspection from June 1 to 5, 2020, the IRDAI observed that the top 5 ULIP products promoted on the website included Bajaj Allianz Goal Assure, Edelweiss Tokyo Wealth Gain Plus, HDFC Click to Wealth, SBI Life E-Wealth Insurance, and ICICI Signature. The regulator flagged the absence of transparent criteria or disclaimers behind the display of such rankings. The order also points to governance violations such as key managerial personnel holding directorship in other companies without prior IRDAI approval. Additionally, Policybazaar was penalized rupees 1 crore for delays in remitting insurance premiums to the insurers. Inspection found that Policybazaar routed premium payments through its own nodal account and proprietary payment gateway, taking a minimum of 3 working days to remit funds. This practice contravenes Section 64VB of the Insurance Act, which mandates that intermediaries transfer premiums to insurers within 24 hours of receipt. The action affected the stock price of Policybazaar immediately, and the PB Fintech Limited, parent company of Policybazaar, confirmed the regulatory action. The company said the matter would be placed before the board of directors at its upcoming meeting. The company also said that an action taken report would be submitted to the regulator. So, in a way, this also means there is admission of crime. Earlier, the IRDAI had imposed penalty on some other companies, including Flipkart and India Infoline. This case has yet again raised the issue of transparency in India's insurance and investment market. Financial education is very poor in the country, and a vast majority of Indians don't understand the nuances of investment and insurance. Banks are today more into insurance selling than banking, and buyers are being misled in the name of investment products, which are neither investment nor insurance in true sense of the term. What is even worse, and I would say criminal, is the fact that the confidential data of customers is compromised and leaked. The data protection laws are so lenient for an average Indian to sue the guilty. In any case, no bank, insurance agent, or online third party accepts their role in cases of data breach of the customer's confidential information. But in reality, the data of all insurance buyers in India is easily available for a price. There has been no regulatory crackdown against the unethical trade practices. Insurance fraud is not just like any other crude reality of India, like very many other frauds in our day to day life. It's much more, as it also affects the confidence of the average citizens with the business of insurance itself. That is one of the critical reasons why insurance penetration is so low in India, even in the backdrop of no other existing social security in the country. Indians don't easily trust insurance companies and agents, and they are seen with suspicion all the time. And there are obvious reasons behind that. Such regulatory actions make an average Indian even more wary with insurance than having higher level of trust, and this is because the insurance aggregator continued to adopt the unfair trade practices for so long. I repeatedly get fraud calls where the caller claims to represent the insurance company with which I have my insurance. That is not just a case of fraudsters impersonating as insurance representatives and trying to steal money. What makes the case even worse is the fact that they have all the details of my insurance product, schemes, premiums paid, maturity amount, and everything. These are the details only the insurance company or the bank through which I have taken insurance products are supposed to know. But then the custodians of my data and personal information and investment details seem to have compromised their integrity, and along with that, all my data points. This data leak is so dangerous that one can't easily find out whether the call is genuine or not. If one is not conscious of the increasing cases of cyber frauds, and one could easily fall into the trap and lose money. They promise to switch your plan for better returns. All that you have to do is to follow their instructions online and give them the OTP. A simple OTP sharing that is enough to swipe your entire wealth. Insurance is a big business in India, and so is the dirty business of insurance scam. In February this year, police in Sambal district of Uttar Pradesh had uncovered a massive insurance fraud involving stolen identities, forged death certificates, and fraudulent claims worth hundreds of crores. The scam had links to multiple insurance companies across 12 states. In this scam, Several dead people were insured and claims taken. Though on paper, there are cybercrime cells all across the country, but most of these cybercrime cells are so ill equipped and manpower is so untrained that scammers operate insurance fraud as an organized business. The Enforcement Directorate is now investigating the scam. But that is about the cyber crimes, and one can understand that such crimes do happen. The real issue today is how to prevent the insurance companies and insurance brokers who mislead the common man. How to make insurance companies, agents, and third parties accountable so that they don't compromise the integrity. And it is here that the action of IRDAI against Policybazaar is a welcome move. This may not be enough, may not act as deterrent in future, but is definitely a step in the right direction. It is high time that the insurance regulators introduce a thorough check and balance mechanism against the banks and other insurance agents to not mislead buyers with false promises. Insurance come investment products should be banned by law, and no one should be allowed to float such dicey deals in the market. Data protection of insured people should be treated as sacrosanct, and data breach should be dealt as a criminal offense. I have a few questions on behalf of average Indians today. Should the insurance regulator take suo motu action against all insurance malpractices, or should they wait for specific complaints? Why can't IRDAI keep track of all the false promises and mis-selling in insurance sector? Should not there be a model insurance agreement so that buyers know what they are getting into? Why banks are allowed to operate as insurance sellers without thorough check and balance mechanism to prevent mis-selling? Will IRDAI's action against Policybazaar lead to a transparent ecosystem of insurance sector in India now? Are such one-off penalties enough to deter the defaulters in the business of insurance products? Should not something substantial be done to make insurance business really trustworthy in the country? Well, we are into a typical Indian system and we all know the answers. But as always, my specific advice to my audience: what should you do? Never take any insurance cum investment product offered by the banks. Take help of your own trusted CA or financial advisor before making commitment for any insurance product. Thoroughly understand what all are you paying and what all are you getting in return. Never sign an insurance document in hurry. Ask for the document to carry it home. Read it thoroughly and take help of a third party expert. Just run away if they create a FOMO and say the said scheme is getting closed today. As a journalist, I can only suggest these measures and I don't have resources to force the system to change for better and become transparent. But I will continue to raise awareness on the subject. If you have any experiences to share, please write it in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe and share it among your friends, as Track to Reality is your trusted platform to get more such information. I just rest my case. Thanks for watching.